Armor's up, everyone. Time for some Legion class preview for your beautiful monks. And let's get right to it. I know I scrolled down a little bit. You might have seen a little bit. Kind of almost ruined it. All right, we're going to go with Brewmaster first. Brewmaster, we love him. You know, the nice little guard, you know, building up that chi, using that abilities and stuff. I really don't even know anything about Brewmasters anymore. I haven't played one in like a year. But what they're saying here is the gameplay for Brewmasters hasn't quite fit their archetypes to this point. Rather than being the tricky martial artist staggering around with an evasiveness that frustrates their opponent while being a little squishy when taking an unmitigated blow, Brewmasters have been more focused around large absorption shields and clutch self-healing. Our new design approach is to get more gameplay depth out of their strong thematic abilities instead of chi as a resource, which had little depth, and for Brewmasters, we're switching to charges on brew abilities that other abilities still interact with. So as you can see, more of the, I guess the resource, getting rid of like, like holy power, getting rid of chi, and switching that to, more of like the let's get charges of abilities. You saw that with the prop paladin video that I made a couple days ago. So let's take a look at Brewmaster. Here's a basic look at the core defensive and offensive combat abilities for Brewmaster monks. We have defensive. Iron Skin Brew, this is new. It's an instant 20-second recharge, 3 charges, increases your stagger amount by an additional 60% for 6 seconds, shares charges with Purifying Brew. That's pretty amazing. That's one of those things where you're going to have to like time like a really big hit or whatnot, and kind of like how you have to time your Shield of the Righteous as a paladin or any other ability where you have to keep up that active mitigation. But except this time you can kind of control it more. You have 3 charges of it. Then you have Purifying Brew, which is instant, 20-second recharge, 3 charges, instantly purifies all of your staggered damage. Now that is actually shared with Iron Skin Brew. So if you use like an Iron Skin Brew charge and then you purify the stagger afterward, then you only have 1 charge left. And of course, there will be a way to recharge later, they would never not allow you to do that. Gift of the Ox is a passive. When you take damage, you have a chance to summon a healing sphere visible only to you. Moving through this healing sphere will heal you for 25% of your maximum health. And hopefully they spawn like at your feet. That would be greatly appreciated, Blizzard. Not like 5 yards, 10 yards this way. Unless you're going to fix the way that bosses move so that if you don't move to the left, the boss goes fucking running around like a Jack Russell fucking terrier. This chance is increased the lower health you are. Mastery is Elusive Brawler. Each time you are hit by a melee attack, you gain 20% dodge until your next successful dodge. This can stack. I believe they just changed that. That wasn't like that before. I believe they just changed it from when I read it to the live stream. Also increases your attack power by 20%. So basically this is what's going to happen. This is your mastery. Obviously the more you stack it, the more you're going to get of it. So you get hit by the boss. Bam, you get 20 dodge. You get hit by the boss again. You don't dodge it. You get 40% dodge. You get hit by the boss again. You don't dodge it. You get 60% dodge. You get hit by the boss, you dodge it. You go back to 0. You get hit by the boss again, 20%. So basically, it's almost like you have like a 20% dodge up almost the entire fight is what I'm reading, and it stacks. So if you're not dodging an attack, eventually you'll have 100% dodge, and eventually you will dodge the next attack, and it'll just reset. That's a really great mastery. I see Blizzard going with Brewmasters in the route of the actual like drunken master Jackie Chan movies, where he's like, and you're just like dodging all these abilities because you're drunk and you have to do all these moves or whatever. So it seems like they took the avoidance and dodging out of, Guardian Druids and just gave them to Brewmasters. And now Brewmasters are like the main dodge tank of the expansion or of the pool of tanks that we have now in Legion. So that's pretty awesome. I like it. So now for offensive, Keg Smash. Smash a keg of brew on the target, dealing strong damage to all enemies within 8 yards and reducing their movement speed by 50% for 15 seconds. Reduces the remaining cooldown of your brews by 4 seconds. There you go. So now the recharge of your brews get reduced by 4 seconds with Keg Smash. Also the same with Tiger Palm. You're going to see that it reduces the remaining cooldown of your brews by 1 second. That's 50 energy though. Seems like the energy is pretty high. Seems like we're going to be really, it seems like the gameplay might slow down a bit with this high energy. We'll see. Attack with the palm of your hand, dealing minor damage. Blackout Strike, which I thought was kick, but thwack. the enemy with your weapon, dealing moderate physical damage. Shares cooldown with Breath of Fire. Breath of Fire, targets in front of the caster take minor fire damage. It affects, if affected by Keg Smash, they will also burn for minor fire damage over 8 seconds. Shares cooldown with Blackout Strike. I guess they reworded that, and they reworded it properly. So maybe Blackout Kick is now Blackout Strike for Brewmasters. And here's an idea of a Brewmaster specific talent. Elusive Dance is a passive. Purifying Brew also grants up to 15% dodge for 6 seconds based on the level of stagger damage purified. So depending on whatever level of stagger you are, you hit Purifying Brew and you grant an additional 15% dodge. So you're all about dodge. So good luck, Brewmasters. No more chi, no more guard. Have fun. Dodge everything. Yes. Okay, let's quickly go into the next one, which is Mistweaver. So what are we talking about here with Mistweavers? A bunch of changes going on. The most prominent example of this was Renewing Mist, which served primarily as a setup for Uplift. We've reworked Renewing Mist to stand on its own and replaced Uplift with a couple of new spells, Vivify and Essence Font. In addition, a new passive Soothing Mist mechanic gives Mistweavers a unique healing style with variable efficiency over which you have more direct control. So let's get right to the abilities. By the way, you also now use mana. Mistweavers will now use mana, not chi, as a resource, since it reduced choices and restricted gameplay in many situations. So your mastery is Gusts of Mists. Your targeted heals also cause a gust of healing mist, instantly healing the target for a minor amount, increasing with mastery from gear. Once again, your targeted heals also cause a gust of healing mist, instantly healing the target for a minor amount. So your heals just heal more, is what it seems like. Here's the cool one. Soothing Mist is a passive. Your Effuse, whatever, Enveloping Mist and Vivify also trigger Soothing Mist. After casting these spells, you continue to channel Healing Mist into the target, healing them for a minor amount every 0.5 seconds until you take any other action. So basically, I Enveloping Mist the target, and if the passive will automatically just have a Soothing Mist stream going from me to the target until I move, and then the stream is gone, then I start over again. The developer comments say, for Mistweavers, it's okay to have open global cooldowns between heals. Soothing Mist fills these gaps. Need high throughput healing? Cast any heal and move on to the next target in need of healing without spending time on Soothing Mist. Need efficient healing? Cast any heal and let Soothing Mist continue to provide free healing as long as you are comfortable, as long as you feel comfortable. Effuse. A fast and efficient spell, healing the target for a minor amount. Enveloping Mist. Wrap the target in healing mist, healing them for a huge amount over 6 seconds and increasing healing received from your spells by 30%. That's amazing. Renewing Mist, you surround the target with Healing Mist, restoring a huge amount of health over 20 seconds. If Renewing Mist causes any overhealing, it will travel to the most injured ally within 20 yards. When Renewing Mist heals, it has a 4% chance to increase the healing of your next Vivify by 50%. Essence Font. Unleash a rapid twirl of healing bolts at up to 6 allies within 25 yards every 1 second for 3 seconds. Each bolt heals a target for a moderate amount, plus an additional moderate amount over 8 seconds. It's almost like Light of Dawn with Paladins. I think Shamans are even getting some sort of heal where they have like a frontal cone where they're like, Pshah! And then you just heal or whatever. I don't know. Vivify, 5% mana. Cause a surge of invigorating mist around the target, healing them and their 2 nearest injured allies for a moderate amount. Seems like Mistweavers are going to go fucking ham with like overhealing, AoE healing, partner healing, directional healing. It looks like mists are going everywhere. I don't know much about Mistweaver, so I can't really comment too much on this, but let's continue. Oh, and here is a Mistweaver specific talent, Mistwalk. This is awesome. Instantly dash to an ally and heal them for a large amount. That seems like one of the Heroes of the Storm characters that does that. I'm not sure if it's Brightwing or another one. Anyway, Windwalker. Where are my Windwalkers at? Now, Windwalkers, you guys have some cool shit right now. You guys are purely rotational right now, and here we go. Similar to Brewmasters, here we focused on getting more depth out of less complexity. Windwalker's new mastery combo strikes, I probably read that all wrong, encouraging mixing a variety of abilities, which provides a constant gameplay hook that influences every ability they use and draws inspiration from classic fighting games. In addition, we've polished Storm, Earth, and Fire to remove some cumbersome mechanics. Windwalkers still use a combination of energy and chi along with a heavy dose of short cooldowns. Here's a look at you Windwalkers out there. This is awesome. Mastery is combo strikes. Your abilities deal 25% more damage when they are not a repeat of the previous ability. So just don't spam buttons, boys. Tiger Palm. Attack with the palm of your hand, dealing minor damage and generating 2 chi. Tiger Palm has an 8% chance to make your next blackout kick cost no chi. Blackout kick. Kick with a blast of chi energy, dealing moderate physical damage. By the way, you keep your chi, Windwalkers. Rising Sun Kick. You kick upwards, dealing strong damage and reducing all effectiveness of healing on the target for 10 seconds. GG Mortal Strike. Fist of Fury. Pummel all targets in front of you, dealing massive damage over 4 seconds. Woo! Deals reduced damage to secondary targets. Can be channeled while moving, so the glyph that you would use to move it. Also, it does not stun. I noticed it says it does not stun. Spinning Crane Kick. You spin while kicking in the air, dealing moderate damage over 1.5 seconds to enemies within 8 yards. Here we go. Storm, Earth, and Fire. Split into 3 elemental spirits suited to attacking 3 or more enemies. Each spirit deals 50% of normal damage and healing. The monk directly controls the storm spirit, while the earth and fire spirits mimic the monk's attacks on different nearby enemies. By the way, storm, earth, and fire, Blizzard just gave you Barrage, Windwalker monks. Have fun pulling the entire instance. Lasts until toggled off or either earth or fire are destroyed. Developer comments, now a simple toggle, no targeting necessary. Spirits will automatically seek out nearby enemies to attack while you attack your target. And this is a Windwalker specific talent. Hit Combo is a passive. Each successive attack that triggers combo strikes, which is your mastery, in a row now grants 1% increased damage, stacking up 10 times. So I like combo strikes. It kind of makes you guys really rotational. Fist of Fury, no stun, and you guys keep your chi just like Rhett keeps their holy power. I'm getting like this little thing here. So all in all, let me know what you guys think about the monks in the comments. I appreciate all your support throughout all these class previews, all these videos for Legion. I told you every day I'm going to try to put out one video for you guys so you guys we can talk about some shit. Once again, I'm really happy with Brewmaster. It sounds like they've changed for the worse, but they really haven't. I think now what Blizzard is doing is they're giving every spec like that identity that they're talking about, that they've been talking about since Gamescom, where they want to give each class spec its own uniqueness. And I think making Brewmasters like that #1 dodge, evasive, drunk, tank is really awesome. I mean, that mastery is amazing. Anyway, catch me on twitch.tv/Towelliee. Stream every day, twice a day, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in the morning, and then again 5:30 Pacific Standard Time to about 9:30 Pacific Standard Time in the evening. In between, I go to the gym and I hang out with my girlfriend, and we hang out on the weekends. So it's like more hours Monday through Thursday, and then the weekend days is like 8 hours a day. So I do my best to please you. Peace out, double chest pound, hammers up, guys. Nos vemos.